Welcome into Texans Today. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs, in a little bit of a different environment. I'm actually visiting my mom in Houston right now, H-Town, hold it down, obviously, but still wanted to give you some updates, even on my vacation back to the city of H-Town, 8281, hold it down. Still had some news and rumors from training camp that I wanted to get into, and probably the reason why most of you clicked into today's video, the Justin Simmons rumors will not stop. Another reporter from Yahoo Sports today said, the Texans could very well sign Justin Simmons, the all-pro former safety of the Denver Broncos. If you've been with this channel, if you're subscribed, we've talked about this probably at nauseum over the past month and a half, 2 months of this offseason. And I don't know if the Texans do at this point. I still think they want to go through a little bit of training camp. They want to go through a preseason game or two to see what they have at safety. I think they really are hoping that Jalen Petrie can have a bounce back season. Jimmy Ward maybe stays healthy, and they have a lot of high hopes for the third round pick out of USC and Kalen Bullock. So Justin Simmons obviously still is an option. The Texans do have some cap space. They're around middle of the league, around 15 or 16 right now in terms of cap space. But will they sign Justin Simmons? I'm not sure. I think Justin Simmons, he's going to probably hold out until towards the end of training camp, see if there's any injuries, see if there's any good opportunities with teams who are championship contenders, maybe like the Texans, to sign. But another report, another, just little smoke signal, another little thing around the Texans signing Justin Simmons. Nick Caserio, what are you gonna do? I want to know from you at home, though. I'm at my mom's house right now, so from my mom's house, I would say yes. I would want the Texans to sign Justin Simmons. I mean, he's a former All-Pro safety. Obviously, if you don't want somebody who's really good on your team, I don't know what you're doing, because he would make this team better. But there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Justin Simmons on your team would make this defense better. So I would say yes. But what say you? Would you want the Texans to sign Justin Simmons? Let me know down in the comment section. Let me know yes or no. Are you team sign Simmons, or do you think we're good with what we have at safety? So next up on my list, there was an injury list put out there by Aaron Wilson. And I know, the Texans, we've already talked about Laramie Tunsil kind of, easing back into training camp. He's at practice, but he's not practicing, still dealing with that knee scope surgery that he had earlier this offseason. Other guys who were not there, Christian Harris was not practicing today. He was on the sideline. Andrew Beck had a strained calf. Del'Shawn Phillips and D'Angelo Ross also did not practice today. So there's just your quick little injury rundown from today's practice, day 3 of Texans training camp. Another thing that I saw from all the videos, from all the reporters, guys out there, really great Texans content creators, Cody Stutes, Landry Locker, I know they're at practice. Go give them a follow on Twitter. But everything I'm seeing from John Mechie is that he's the number 4 guy. It looks like John Mechie might overtake Noah Brown on this depth chart and might be the 4th option in this wide receiver room. I mean, he looks fantastic so far at training camp. He looks amazing. Everything that I've seen, he's catching the ball a lot better. He looks really good. I think Mechie could be that 4th option in this Texans wide receiver room. He has a good connection with C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud has already said this offseason, Mechie's going to surprise a lot of people with how much we use him this year. I think he's going to be a sneaky X factor on this team and be the 4th wide receiver, maybe jumping Noah Brown. And obviously they gave him a $5 million contract to start the offseason, but Noah Brown, if he can't stay healthy, does he maybe get pushed into the wayside and maybe not have a roster spot anymore because you have your 4? Then maybe you have, a Ben Skoranek, a Xavier Hutchinson, Steven Sims, some other guys, who are right. Robert Woods, even though a lot of people want the Texans to cut him, a lot of options for them to keep at wide receiver for number 5, maybe 6. I don't know how many they keep this year, but Noah Brown, if he can't stay healthy, maybe gets pushed a little bit to the wayside. And I'm at my mom's house right now. I'm, on vacation, but I'm still trying to bring y'all a little bit of content. So if you want to help a brother out, go down and hit that subscribe button. Just hit 15,000 subscribers. Want to shout out all of you. Thank you so much. Also, my older brother was actually in Houston the other day at a Floyd's, and he told me that one of his waiters actually was a subscriber, a fan. So Jackson Holmes in Mount Bellevue, wanted to give you a shout out real quick. My brother Curtis said he talked to you at that restaurant, and I appreciate you for watching my videos and subscribing. If you're watching this right now, go down in the comment section. Let me know that you got this. Next up on the list, Stephon Diggs. Looks like he's having the time of his life. He's dancing, he's hanging out, he's, imparting his wisdom on other teammates. Looks still to be a great move by Nick Caserio and DeMeco Ryans this offseason, adding Stephon Diggs to this team. Azeez Al-Shire looks great as well. I mean, his coverage skills over the middle look fantastic. He's probably going to be the green dot, which means he's going to be the main line of communication between the coaching staff and the defense when he's on the field. So Azeez Al-Shire taking more leadership role this year. Obviously, former player with DeMeco Ryans for the San Francisco 49ers as well. So he has a good rapport there, knows the defense. So really good signing in that end as well, it looks like to be with Azeez Al-Shire. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, they had kick returns yesterday. We talked about the punt returns on Thursday. Kick return list. This is what Landry Locker, like I said, go follow him on Twitter. This is what he had for the kick returns that they had at practice. First team looked like it was Steven Sims and Desmond King. Second team was Damian Pierce and Tank Dell, which I'm mixed emotions. I said it on Thursday. I don't know if I want Tank Dell returning kicks because he's your best guy. He's your best player. So I don't know if not your best player, but he's like one of your best offensive weapons. You have Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, but he's arguably right there with them or equal with them if you ask me. So Tank Dell returning kicks, I don't know, but Damian Pierce, I do like that they're kind of moving him back there. He had some success last year, obviously the touchdown against the Cleveland Browns, and I believe that was either week 15 or week 16, but he's had some experience returning kicks and doing it well. And then the third team, Jawar Jordan, the late round pick out of Louisville, who was a really good kick returner there. They have him back there. That's who I kind of want to see more of in the kick return game. If he's able to maybe get out on the field a little bit more, would be Jawar Jordan on kick return, especially with the new kick return rules. I'm really interested to see how he can fare going back there for kick return. And then they also had J.J. Taylor was also on that third team kick return. So those are some options this Texans team has in the kick return game. Really interested to see how that all pans out and more throughout training camp. I'm also trying to come down once again to Houston to go to a training camp practice or two. So be on the lookout for that. And I have a special interview with a former Texans player coming this week. So stay tuned for that. Should be really exciting. Football's back. I mean, we're so back. I mean, I am so pumped to be talking about Texans football once again. They're out there on the field. They're out there doing their thing. So to stay tuned with the latest around the team, you can follow me on Twitter at Jeremy Chuggs. Make sure you have your notifications turned on. So if there's any breaking news, if anything happens, you'll be the first to be notified. And as always, we just passed 15,000 subscribers. Let's get to 16,000 subscribers. Go down and hit that sub button for free Texans content all year long.